To order the September 14th, 2023 Ventnor City Board of Commissioners meeting to order. Everyone please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Lisa, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kriebel, let the record reflect Commissioner Kriebel is absent. Commissioner Mento?
Yes, here.
Mayor Landgraf?
Present. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with the law. We do not have any presentations tonight, but I have just a couple of announcements just to start off the meeting. I was away for the last 10 days or so, but I noted that Coach Lou Paludi passed away over the last 10 days or so. He was the chief of our beach patrol for many years, and also a coach of Holy Spirit football team for many years as well. Certainly a well-respected member of our community. Sorely missed. I was actually sorry I missed his funeral services. Just a truly nice guy. Called everybody coach. I mean, he's one of the best coaches around, but he called everybody coach. Just that kind of guy. So he will be certainly missed. We also lost someone close to one in our own family here. Ernie Gratz's father passed away. Robert Gratz passed this week. From my understanding, the services are going to be private, but we will send something to the family from the city. I've asked Patty to put something together from the governing body. So, and when you see Ernie, please make note of that. So that's all I have for now. We'll move into the workshop portion of the agenda. I did see a schedule put out that Tom put together a little bit for department head reports, and we'll start them, it looks like, in October. We're going to have prosecutor Bill Reynolds. Bill Reynolds here in our next meeting in September, correct? 28th. And then we'll start our department heads in the meetings thereafter. And as part of that, we'll have our capital discussion coming up this fall as well. The following items are scheduled for action during the regular portion of this meeting. We'll discuss them in our workshop and answer any questions anybody might have. And then we'll move through to the voting on those items. There's quite a few minutes to approve. We have our regular and executive meeting minutes from July 27th. We have a regular and executive meetings from August 10th and regular and executive minutes from August 24th. So we'll approve those as we get through. We have one ordinance introduction, and that's ordinance 2023-020. It's by an ordinance providing for various traffic signal and safety improvements in the city of Ventnor. Essentially, this is the work that we propose on Ventnor Avenue for the 5 traffic signals from Jackson Avenue to Oxford, I think, as well as Little Rock Avenue improvements for a crossing signalization on that street, as well as some funding for the revamping of the traffic signals on Atlantic Avenue. So that's a $2.5 million bond appropriation, 2.383809 in bonds or notes to finance part of the cost of those projects. So we'll be introducing that ordinance tonight. The next item is, okay. We have a public hearing and adoption of ordinance 2023-019, which is the providing an agreement between the city of Ventnor and the city of Brigantine for shared municipal court services pursuant to NJSA 2B:12(1)C. Tom, thanks for your work on this. I know we used a template that Maria worked heavily on with Margate, but I think pulling this thing together and getting the number where we needed it to be falls to credit to your shoulders. So I appreciate that. We're looking forward to that partnership with the city of Brigantine. We have a great relationship with them and their mayor, Vince Sarah, and we'll all be familiar with the judge because it's Tim McGuire. So we know Tim well here. So any questions on that? It's a 5-year joint court. It'll start in January of 2024, goes through December 31st of 28. And I think we have the option to opt out each year by like June or July. I think it was June, right? July 1st, end of June.
Did Brigantine do this yet? Did Brigantine do this yet?
No, they're behind us. We've sent this to them for them to, they were doing it by resolution. The council is delivering minutes of the appropriate mechanism is we're done with it. It's gone to them.
Okay.
A letter being prepared for the two mayors to sign.
Right.
To send to, assignment to Lee for his. There may be some tweaks down the road, based on the Lee's review and the administrative office and the court's review, so. It may not be a need for him.
Okay. All right, good. We will have resolutions by consent from resolution 2023-290, and we're adding two more tonight, so we'll be up to 302. Is that correct, Lisa?
Yes, sir.
All right. So the first one is authorizing closing out of escrow accounts. We've gone through a bunch of those through our planning board. And we're going to be closing out those escrow accounts. That's resolution 290. 291 is the refund or street opening deposit to Bennett Sadie for 6606 Atlantic Avenue in the amount of $1,250. Resolution 292, awarding a contract to South State Inc. for the Ventnor Avenue and Little Rock Avenue safe streets to transit in the city of Ventnor not to exceed $292,000. That's below the grant amount, from what I understand, Ed?
That is correct.
Good. Bids come in nice. And that's for a, what I'll say is an ADA crossing, American with Disabilities. It's going to help a resident there that has a disability, to cross the street there. 293 is authorizing closing out of more escrow accounts. 294, the permanent appointment of William Nolan to maintenance worker 2 grounds. He's been in that position for the last 6 months, and now we're making that a permanent through our civil service agreement requirement, excuse me. 295 is authorizing the mayor to execute a general release with Charles and Kaylin Mellett. This was litigation, and we came to a settlement of, I believe the number was $5,000 to settle with them, relating to a wedding issue that we had on the beach last summer. 296 is authorizing the adoption of a Ventnor emergency operations plan. This is something we need to do to make sure our operations plan is in alignment with the state and federal requirements. And Donna and Chief Cahill and I think Chief Fuster worked on that to get that done, and appreciate that effort. 297, or sorry, any questions on that? 297 is the street deck that Commissioner Kriebel has been lobbying for, and we finally found one that I think will work well for us. It's with Archit Track for an amount not to exceed $14,912. And it is one of these, I don't want to call it a pocket park or a parklet. I think that was the term he was using. Yeah, the street deck. We already have someone interested in using it down in our southern business district, right by Cafe 7311. So they're going to look to do that on a side street out of the county right of way. It's a little pop-up space for people to sit and have coffee and do whatever in that little area, have a snack. So authorization on that. 298 is awarding Colliers Engineering Design for construction, inspection, administration of the services. This is for the Little Rock Avenue project that we just awarded. The contract will be for them to manage that project for $26,261 for inspections and project management. 299 is indemnification with Atlantic County for the holiday parade on December 2nd, I believe it is, correct? 12/2. Resolution 300 is no parking during that very same holiday parade. And we have 2 that we're adding tonight, which is the hiring of George Deleno as a part-time housing and zoning inspector trainee. He'll work 2 to 3 days a week and assist in the code department doing inspections for short-term rentals and zoning. Second one we'll add from the bench is 302, setting a date for the abandoned vehicle auction, which will be we have that date, Lisa?
October 12th.
October 12th and 12th. All right. So those are the resolutions we will adopt tonight. We'll have bills and payroll. We'll have some discussion. We don't have any discussion items that I'm aware of.
None that I'm aware of.
Okay. We'll have a public portion now for anything that we've discussed so far. Need a motion? I just don't need a motion. I'll open it up to the public. Any comments or questions on the items that are on our agenda this evening? Anyone on Zoom? Because there's no one here in the audience. Anyone on Zoom with any questions or comments? Please raise your hand.
It's just in the net's on, the only one on Zoom.
Okay, well, she can ask a question if she wants. All right, seeing none, we'll close the public portion and move for a motion to close the workshop and open our regular portion of the meeting. Need a motion?
I'll make the motion. to open.
Second, all in favor? Aye. Okay. The first item, can we take all these at once? All these minutes?
You can.
Okay. We're going to approve all the minutes from our July 27th, August 10th, and August 24th, both regular and executive. Get a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve?
Second, roll call, please.
Commissioner Mento?
Yes.
Mayor Langria?
Yes. Need a motion to introduce ordinance 2023-020, the bond ordinance.
Motion to introduce ordinance 2023-020 as described?
I second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Mento?
Yes.
Mayor Langria?
Yes. Okay. I need a motion to open a public hearing on ordinance 2023-019.
Motion to open ordinance 2023-019.
I second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
This is a public hearing on ordinance 2023-019. Anyone on Zoom have any comments or questions on this ordinance? Please raise your hand.
No.
Seeing- We'll motion to close, please.
Motion closed?
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I need a motion to adopt ordinance 2023-019.
Motion to adopt 2023-019 as described?
Second, roll call, please.
Commissioner Mento?
Yes.
Mayor Langria?
Yes. I need a motion to approve resolutions 2023-290 through 302.
Motion to approve resolutions 2023-290 through 2023-302.
Second, roll call, please.
Commissioner Mento?
Yes.
Mayor Langria?
Yes. You have the bills and payroll?
I do. So we have payroll from 8/20 to 9/2/2023 in the amount of $687,305.54. And we have bills in the amount of $1,797,710.81.
Okay, I need a motion to approve as stated.
Motion to approve with a recusal for ACUA Digital Media, ACUA Trash, and JPM.
I second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Mento?
Yes.
Mayor Langria?
Yes. How do we handle the ones she recused from? Because there wasn't a motion on
We
them.
had to do it the next meeting.
Should I pull them?
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to pull those, do them next meeting.
Correct.
She identified.
Right, but then there's only one,
Second.
and there's only one vote. There's no second on them, or there's no,
I think last time you pulled them.
yeah. All right, so let's pull those.
We'll pull those, everything but those three.
Yes.
Fine.
All right,
Yeah,
thank you.
It won't be an issue.
No,
Okay. Announcements in our safety report. We have those in our agenda, on our agenda. You have any commissioner comments, Commissioner Mento?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that for anyone who didn't see it yet, Manja Manja is coming up. It's a great community event. It's a pasta dinner, prepared by Red Room. Includes appetizers, salads, and, or antipasta salad and dessert. Tickets are $40 for adults, 20 for children. And, it's limited seating. So, you can go on Eventbrite and, search for Manja Manja and it'll come up and, it's really a fun day. We have entertainment, an Italian singer, and people get up and dance, and it's a good old
It is.
community event. And then, you had a meeting today, for the holiday parade, as you mentioned earlier, on December 2nd. So we're still putting all the details together. If anybody has connections to school bands or some really cool looking cars that would be nice to have in the parade, just let us know.
Awesome. Thank you. Couple of things were duplicated on my list, which is good. One, I was not here for Penny and Andy's luncheon. I don't know if you got to attend
was
that.
Really nice, yeah. I
Yeah.
did.
So I wanted to thank them for their efforts for the last 7 years or so doing our farmers market. They did a fantastic job. They started, they approached Beth, Tim and I went on our campaign. We met them at their house, walking and knocking on doors, and they said, "Hey, we want to do this." And a lot of people say a lot of things when you're knocking on doors.
Yeah,
These guys followed through with it
yeah.
and did a fantastic job. It's known as
Story. Yeah.
one of the best farmers markets in the county. And it's very well attended every Friday. So thank them for that. And I think we're going to do a proclamation, I think, at the next meeting.
Great,
So,
yeah.
and hopefully they're not gone for Florida already.
Right.
Seafood Fest was this past weekend. It had to get moved because of the upcoming holiday from last year's dates. I was not there Saturday, but I was there Sunday in the rain. Chief was there. It was light turnout, but weather kind of pushes people away, but the food was great. John Henderson and his Good Time Tricycle team did a fantastic job as always. I was there Monday night for the Wounded Warrior kickoff of the parade. You wouldn't have known that, a couple thousand people were at that park the day before, because he cleans up the site so well, and have to thank him for leaving the porta potties there, because as soon as Petty Officer Fung and his wife and kids got to the park, they needed to use the facilities. They were in an hour car ride from
Yeah.
Philadelphia. So he took care of that for us. He let them ask them to keep them there, and he covered the cost of picking them up a day later.
Oh, that's great.
So
I'll tell you, those kids had a good time in that park.
yeah,
Parade.
they were looking like they were having
waving at
fun.
Everybody had their little flags in their.
Yeah, they were fun. That's the next thing I have on my thing. I got to meet Chief Petty Officer Fung and his family. He was I guess he was a machinist mate in Special Forces. He actually maintained the boats they're called SWIC boats, that take the SEALs into extremely dangerous territory. So it was nice to talk to him a little bit about the Navy and his role there. So he's here all week. If you see him and his family around town, they're staying in Longport, but we gave them a bag of stuff for all of our stores here in Ventnor. A bunch of things were donated at Seafood Fest. So he got a bunch of stuff for the kids and the family. So that was nice. Next one, Luke Canner. He's recovering. He's doing okay. He's banged up a little bit from an incident over the weekend, but we do wish him well. Chief, I think we had is that not public yet? What's going on with that whole thing?
We didn't do a release yet.
Okay.
We had located the vehicle and the driver.
Awesome.
He was charged with.
Great police work by your team. That was, really well done by them. And I'm sure Lou appreciates that someone found what happened.
Over tomorrow to talk to Lou.
Good. Good. Thank you. Please thank the officers as well.
You know who won the chowder?
Jay's Cafe or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. New winner. It was a new winner. It wasn't Essel's or Vagabond. Last year it was Vagabond. I didn't do it this year. Kathy, Evan, and Sammy did. They liked it.
Anything else after that?
Yeah, that's was the problem last year. That's why I didn't do it this year. There's a lot of stuff. We will be wrapping up our beach patrol guarded beaches for the summer after this weekend on Sunday. We'll wrap that up. So that'll close down. The pier masters staying late on the weekends is going to be wrapped up. I just wanted to thank our VCBP lifeguards, the officers, our beach tag checkers, and the pier masters as well. We had a great summer. Really, after June, we had a great weather summer. We didn't have any rain out weekends, so that was nice. And just the end of the summer, all of our teams here, our public works, our code, our fire department, our police department, those guys work extra hard in the summer. Our population swells. So I want to thank all those individual members of those departments. It's hard keeping this place running when you swell from 9,500 to 30,000 people. So we thank them for their work. That's all I have. Anything else? All right. We'll open up to the public one last time for any comments. Anybody on Zoom? There's no one in the audience. So anybody on Zoom has any comments about anything, please raise your hand and let us know. I don't see anybody. We'll close the public portion. No executive session. Nothing.
No, Mayor.
Okay. Motion for adjournment.
Motion for adjournment.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5:50.
Ha, less than a half hour.